End Time Watchman. I'm back. I couldn't let it go. I got to do another one. Let me say this to you. I'm not sitting out here in my garage because I enjoy being in my garage. I enjoy being with my family and my kids and my wife, and I enjoy it. I even enjoy being with my dog, Festus. The very reason I'm doing this is because I'm called to do it, I believe, from God. Now, having said that, I'm not on any drugs, any Viagra, anything like that. I'm 41 years old. My blood still pumps good. I've got the best looking woman on the earth as far as I'm concerned. And I could be in there kissing and loving up to her, but I choose to be with you because you know what? There's such a thing bigger than myself. Now, having said that, I'm going to try to take my time. I've turned the music off. I'm going to try to slow down. I'm going to try to do in this 10 minutes and make you understand that this ain't a game, it's for real. You see, they're coming. And they're coming fast and they're coming hard. And are you going to be able to respond hard and fast back to them is the question, you see. But I'm going to reread this last portion I did on the last part of that video. I ran out of time, but I'm going to redo it. And y'all have to pardon me on my sinuses. Sometimes I get all messed up with the dog, but it's not nothing to do with a fever, cold, or nothing like that. But I love my dog, but every now and then when I hug him up to him, he'll get my nose messed up. And in the break, I hugged up to him, and when I say I hugged up to him, I hugged up to some of his little hairs and where he's playing to move some stuff, and y'all just have to bear with me. But anyway, in any event, let's move on. I'm going to reread this. Civilian police with acute or prolonged PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, and have ingredients from many deployed personnel to behave inhumanely, committing war crimes, obeying unconstitutionally against Americans. He said, I've mentioned that some of those are emotionally detached. They do not feel remorse, regret, or care for the suffering of the citizens resulting from abusive and cruel actions. From a strategic point, this is a perfect storm for the elite and corrupt feds to administer their New World Order invasion along with the occupancy of the U.S. when they do make their move. Vis-a-vis Iraq vets coming back. Am I saying all of them are like that? No. I'm saying they pick and choose according to the way they were acting while they're over there. They bring them back, they put them straight on the police force, they put them straight on these other forces, and bam, bam, or they bring that attachment back, and they train them in Georgia at Fort Stewart, or different places, Wisconsin, or wherever. And I'm not getting into that details, and I know all about where they're at. But they feel no remorse because they have not had time to come back and decompress from what the hell they've been put through by a New World Order president puppet that I guarantee you I got no friggin' use for that ain't a Christian. And now, you that voted for Obama, I bet you one thing. I'll bet you this. You can bet your ASS, and I'll spell it out for you, but I'll say it to you too. You can bet your ass he's not going to do what you voted him to do. So, game over for you too, boy, because you voted for him. Let's move on. I do emphasize the importance for the American people to include in their preparations for the invasion we will experience. Can only be termed as an invasion when hostile troops personnel remove the rights of a free people and they abolish the Constitution. The only way you can, the nomenclature of it, for you in the military, the nomenclature, I was in the military, the nomenclature of the situation is this. You are a friggin' invading terrorist messing with an American person. See, I'm deemed a domestic terrorist because I'm preaching the Constitution in the Bible and saying the right of the people, by God, to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed or infringed. That's right, Springfield XD, baby. That's right. Extended clips, both of them. 30 round here. Didn't know they had that for the 5.7 by 28? Yeah, they do. Let's limit the ammo here in the near future. Who gives a rat's behind? I already got mine. I already got mine for every weapon. I got enough stuff to start a small army. Well, why are you like that when you don't have a family of so-and-so? By God, I got neighbors that, you know what? If the doo-doo hits the fan, they couldn't afford to get it, but they'll, by God, take up arms too. So I tell you what you do. You bring your butt on back, you join up, and you be desensitized by killing some folks, and by God, I'm going to put some sensitivity in you. Because you're going to guarantee you're going to feel that bullet when you come screwing around with an American patriot. You see? I'm not wanting to fight. I've said it over and over. By God, I've said it over and over. I don't want to fight. I want to be left alone. I want my 2-year-old to grow up and marry a good Christian man and have plenty of children. But you, New World Order, by God, want to destroy the lives of me, my wife, and my family. And I'm sorry, family members, if you're watching this, that you ain't got enough friggin' guts and enough backbone to stand up and say that this is wrong. But I'm telling you it's wrong. Wrong! And I won't leave here from this earth as a spineless wimp like you are. I'll die on my feet rather than be on my knees and lick the boots of a devilish people. You see? But that's your prerogative. Whoever you are watching this video, if you're spineless wimp and you're nothing and you're a video game sucker-upper and by God you sucked up your mama and spent every dime she ever had and you couldn't, hey, you ain't got enough strength to pour piss out of a boot and you think that if you don't control it, it don't belong to you, that's fine. But you make me want to puke, is what you do. You make me want to puke, you see. And by the way, I'm going to have to make another one. Dadgum, I won't never get through. That's all right. That's all right. I wear my Death to the New World Order hat proudly to town. And I've got people at the cash register that say, hallelujah. At least somebody will post what they believe. And I've had 60-year-old women working at a cash register at a grocery store say, I'm with you, honey. Come here and let me hug you. Then I've had 35-year-old men that got a Dunlop disease and staring me down, saying I'm some kind of idiot. Well, see, I remembered your eyes and I remembered your facial fixtures, just like the New World Order remembers mine. Every time I go somewhere, I remembered his. And I know you're a snitch and you're a crony and you're a thug and you're not worth pissing on. See? Well, man, he ain't preaching tonight. Listen to his voice. I'm being real, being human, being a patriot to another patriot. Okay? I'm not double-minded. I've already told y'all I sin daily and gotta die daily. But I watch them. When I go to town and I've got this Death to the New World, I don't just wear this for a video. I wear it in public. Because I'm not ashamed of what I believe. You see? It's like I told you the other night. I mean, things are getting better for the so-called Christians. I mean, the Baptists and the Church of God and the Methodists and the Presbyterian, they got to where they're shaking hands when they go to the liquor store together. You see? I mean, they no longer turn their back on each other. They all agree that they just be a devil and they can get on into heaven. But I won't go down that road. Anyway, let me get back to this. This generation that I'm talking to now, Martin, I'm talking to you, buddy. You're fixing to see. Patriot out there, you're fixing to see. Scuba man, you're fixing to see America occupied and America invaded by its own people and foreign enemies. The question you got to ask yourself is, what's the day and what's the hour that the very critical incident occurs that sparks the flame that they begin to implement their martial law and begin to take out patriots? Well, you know what? We don't know that day. But we do know that the signs and everything are so clear that it's around the corner. I'm going to do another one. I can't leave you. I'll be back.